What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you guys are having a great day today. In today's video, we got some news here for the upcoming weekend events from Plarium here. What is it? Today is Thursday, so tomorrow's Friday. So tomorrow's going to be the weekly digest. And in this digest, they're going to be talking more about the October events for some of the guaranteed champions. That's what they told us last week. So hopefully we are going to hear some news tomorrow. That's going to be really interesting. Actually, today's Wednesday. What am I talking about? But anyways, on Friday, they're going to do the weekly digest. My brain is all over the place. But anyways, we do have some additional news here today, and it's going to be pretty nice. And it's related to some of the Fusion events as well. So if you're going for the Fusion, this will be of particular interest to you. So first of all, let's jump into this. I'm going to break this up into two parts. We got two announcements here today. So this is the first announcement. So on Friday, there's going to be two events happening at the same time. It's going to be 2x sacred shards, so we can put that argument to bed. I've been hearing a lot of people say it's 2x ancients, a little bit more than usual. The chatter about the 2x, it's pretty obvious that it's 2x sacreds if you guys just go back and look at the announcements. So 2x sacred shards, unfortunately no 2x primals. We're all hoping for 2x primals at some point, so we can still speculate. It's probably going to happen in October. Obviously it's October now, but here we go, it's going to happen in October. And the second part here is we're going to have a 10x boost on Raphael, the red turtle here from the Barbarian faction. Now, Raphael has gotten a couple of events already in terms of the progressive boosts. I mean, these are not great chances to get Raphael. A 10x boost means there's 10 copies of Raphael put into the champion pool during this event. And there's about 200 non-void legendaries. So if you put 10 Raphaels in there, you're getting roughly about 5% chance to pull him, as opposed to, 0.5% chance of pulling him. It's still not the best, but it's the best. It's better than usual. Raphael here, he is, the damage dealer part of the turtle team, but honestly, he's not the damage dealer. Leonardo is the damage dealer. Raphael has a pretty cool, interesting kit. I did do a showcase on him, and I had fun playing with him. The problem is his ability here requires, Berserk to land on him. And in order for Berserk to land on him, he can't be in Stone Skin. So at the beginning of the fight, having him in Stone Skin is kind of a negative. But he really hits well when he has this Berserk buff on him. His A1 block revives, which is really strong. His A3 can take out an enemy here. It's also a multi-hit ability, which is really nice. And then he places Veil and Unkillable on himself with the Berserk buff. So he gets really cranked up if he can kill somebody with his A3. But yeah, he's, a little bit of a setup champion because of all this. And he needs a good team to support him. It's just so the fight can go on and he can apply Berserk to himself and then just gain the benefits of it. So personally speaking, I think he's the worst turtle because he, is too conditional. He's a little bit too conditional. His A1 is still very strong, like with ally attacks, particularly strong with the turtle ally attacks because he's always going to use the A1. So his block revive is very strong with the other turtles on the team. But I would say his kit overall is probably the weakest one. He's not the biggest damage dealer. Like I said, Leonardo is. But I would say arguably he's the coolest looking one. He's the coolest looking one, guys. Come on. Anyways, so he's going to be up for grabs on a 10x boost for the weekend, along with the Sacred Shard boost as well. Now, keep in mind, it's going to be a champion chase. Sacred Shards for champion chase is not the best value. You're still very likely to get epics out of your sacred shards. You go from 6% chance at legendary up to 12% chance. It's not super significant or anything, so you're still most likely going to get epic champion. If you want to do the math here, each one of your sacred shards is worth 270 points on average towards a champion chase. So it's not great champion chase value. I would not get sucked into this event. This is what I'm going to tell you guys. I would not get sucked into this event. Wait, hold your sacred shards if you can do so for the champion chase. Finish your champion chase with mystery shards. Make sure you pull your fusion epics, fuse them during this event, this champion chase. You get some additional points. Pull mystery shards, do whatever you gotta do. Do the broad mauls and all that. But yeah, don't pull your sacred shards for this 2x event. It is complete bait. Don't do it. And I'm 100% sure that right after the end of this champion chase, we're going to get some news for some of those guaranteed turtles in October. So that's my quick comment here on this event. Now, the second part of the news is actually, it sheds a lot more light. It sheds a lot more light on some of the upcoming events. And here it is, the second part of the news here. So this Friday, October 3rd, at the same time that this is happening, we're launching a champion chase tournament where you'll be able to get the Glade Wolf champion. Yes, we know that. Infusing into Hilda. Yes, we know that. Also, if you manage to take first place in the leaderboard of your group during this tournament, you will earn Shredder. You will earn Shredder. So Shredder will be the winner take all for the champion chase this weekend. I knew that they were going to try to put something that in this champion chase to make it enticing for the population, because most people are not going for this fusion. Most people would just skip this champion chase without something really juicy in it. And I think this is their way of doing it. They're going to put Shredder as a winner take all in a champion chase during a fusion. So yeah, this is pretty insane. I thought that there was a possibility that they would put Titan points in the champion chase, but we kind of debunked that a little bit. So it was kind of up in the air how they were going to make the champion chase really enticing. So here it is. They're putting Shredder for the first place winner here. There is a minimum point requirement to win the tournament. I don't know. It's probably going to be like 10 or 15,000 if you're level 100, for example. You have to hit the point minimum to get Shredder, guys. So make sure you guys remember that. And of course, this tournament's going to be lasting 3 days, so through the weekend. Now Shredder here, he is, obviously the main villain in this collab, and he is the villain in the event dungeon. I did do a showcase on the Shredder here. He's really cool looking. I think they did a really good job with his aesthetic. I think his stats look great. His base stats look awesome. He's an HP based damage dealer. His kit actually looks awesome too. He's got a triple hit here, ignore defense. So you expect him to kind of hit hard. He's got an A2 here. He's got an AoE double hit with ignore defense and also max HP stacking. So he's increasing his own defense at the same time. Excuse me, this is destroy enemy enemy defense. So every hit's going to lower the defense on the enemy. And then he also places Leech, and he doesn't require accuracy if he's under Veil. And then he has an A3 here, which is another AoE. It's a buff Steal with a turn meter fill, and it's an ignore defense ability as well, ignore shield and block damage as well. Now his whole kit kind of ties in together really well if you have Veil on him. The problem is with him is that his passive is really solid, but it places Veil after the fact that he gets hit. So in a go first situation, he's not going to benefit from the Veil stuff. So he's not going to get all these additional benefits. But if he's go second, he gets hit. He has good ways of kind of coming back from that. He has the evade ability, which is really nice if he gets hit. And then he places fear on himself. And then he also places CCs, like crowd control, on the enemy as well. And he has this kind of damage mitigating passive as well. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. His passive is more set up for a, go second style where he can kind of get hit and then come back. But his offensive abilities require him to have the Veil, which requires him to get hit. So it's kind of weird. So, for him to really shine, he kind of needs to get hit first. So, or have somebody place Veil ahead of him, like a buff champion like Duchess or something, right? But yeah, too bad. Otherwise, I think he would be pretty solid. But he's pretty cool, and he's still an exclusive champion and all that. But probably not going to get used over, somebody like Taras or anything like that. For an HP based damage dealer, he is still a void affinity, so he has that going for him, which is really nice. But overall, the kit just doesn't really shine together that well, even though it reads pretty well actually. Anyways, guys, so in these winner take all situations, we can't really bank on anything. These ones, you have to really be strategic. You have to have a lot saved up in the bank. I would personally wait until the last day, of course, to see what happens. So definitely hold on to your shards if you have any interest going for any of that. I would not expect this champion to go too cheaply. However, it's not a great event. You got Raphael in a 10x, and like I said, he's the probably lowest in terms of usability for the turtles. And then it's a 2x sacred event. Sacred events you're not going to get massive amount of points for. And then if you're pulling other shards, you're pulling off 2x bonuses. So it's not going to be the best. If you're chasing this guy and you're trying to get points, it's not going to be the best event for high points. So maybe you can pick him up relatively cheap. Maybe people will be sitting on the sidelines for him. But personally speaking, I think this is a big risk. This is a big risk because You know we have those guaranteed shard events happening for some of the characters, and then spending it on a winner take all champion chase. It's pretty big gamble, right? It's pretty big gamble. Anything can happen in these champion chases. Points can happen really, really quickly, especially in the last hour or so of these events. So I don't know. But at the same time, because everybody knows this, maybe Shredder can be had for cheap. Now, if you can pick up Shredder for cheap, he might be the missing piece in the puzzle for the collect them all prize. So here's the collect them all prize. If you have all 6 of the champions, so the 4 turtles, April, and Shredder, you get some pretty cool goodies here. Like, to be honest, even I'm like kind of interested in this goodie, mainly because of the mythical relic. So there's Zebia's Servitude. Actually looks pretty interesting. And then, of course, you get all this extra additional goodies and stuff. The frame, the avatar. These gems are actually pretty decent, too, especially this Pentagon gem. I think it's like you get turn meter if you fall below 50% HP. But Zebia's Servitude, let's jump to it right now. I'll show you guys what's going on. It's actually a really solid relic. Obviously, it's a mythical relic, so you're not going to be seeing it very often. And because it's a mythical relic, it actually increases its value quite a bit. You just won't be able to get it very often. Let me find it here. It is, here we go. So mythical relic, you get defense and HP as the stats with speed at the end here. Enemies cannot land crit hits on this wear if the wearer's HP is below 15%. And it upgrades 5% every time. So if you're at level 12, you get 30%. So at 30% HP, you can't get hit by crits. That's a big deal, right? Because some champions, like affinity champions, if they can't crit you, that's just one less way that they can land debuffs on you, for example. And obviously, crits, deal way more damage. But this doesn't mean that they land weak hits against you, unfortunately. So sometimes some champions can still get pretty rocked by non-crit normal hits. So I would say this relic probably still goes best on a tanky reviving champion, for example, or just a tanky champion in general, just because they still need to take normal hits. If this can only weak hit against you, that would be pretty busted, but this is still a pretty good relic. And as a free gift for collecting all the champions, I think it's fair, it's fine, it's good. And Shredder could be that missing piece, right? Shredder is the piece that, at least based on the leaked documents, is the one that had no guarantee. So Shredder is the one that had no guarantee. So he is definitely the hardest one, at least based on what we know. April coming in a Titan event, and then Leonardo coming in a guarantee event sometime in October, at least based on the leaked documents. But Shredder had no event, so this could be maybe the only chance for some people to get this guy if they wanted, for example, this prize pack, right, for collecting all 6 of them. I would say this is probably like low consideration, but it is something to consider, right? So if you wanted to go for Shredder or in the position to get Shredder, you have to factor this in too, right? This pack is considered into it as well. So if you win Shredder and then you have all the rest, then you're going to get, some additional goodies here from this pack. So just something to consider, guys. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about all this. Obviously, Shredder's very cool to have and all that, but he's not somebody to, basically blow up the farm for, right? So, but hey, as a collector, I don't know, it's pretty cool. As a collector, it's pretty cool, and obviously you're gonna get that special gift pack as well. Something to consider, but definitely a whale event. Eyes on the prize, right? We're looking for Leo coming in October for his guarantee, and then Raphael's coming in as a guarantee as well in October as well. So we'll see. Anyways, folks, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about all this. Thank you guys for watching until the end. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.